Amanda here, just showing you what I'm doing on this Friday. So what we've done is, because we've got a new owner here at Miranda, I've pulled up off the database some of the ex-members that cancelled last year that may not know that there's a new owner here, so that brings a new energy. So there's always a new program or something, you know, you've got your Foxy starting, or you've got your end of joining fee coming up at the end of February that you can close out on. There's always something that you can interest ex-members or ex-prospects about. So what I did first was, the first thing I did was write a script. Like, that's the most important thing that you could possibly do. So sit there, write a script, then you verbalise it once or twice with another team member. Say it out loud so you can actually hear what the words you've chosen to use. And then what I've done is I've actually just got a list here of members and starting to work my way through it, just testing 1 or 2 phone calls to see what the response is. The response has been good, so then I execute it across the rest of it. What I do is I keep doing the same script. Now, I've been doing this for 20 years and I'll still use a script, because every call that I do from now on, I just get better and better at delivering. Rather than trying to navigate into each phone call and figuring out how to speak to them and blubbering around, now I'm just going to get really good at it. And so I've got about 200 calls here to make. Also, see the highlighted things. You want to do a little code. So if people have moved out of the area, you code it. If they've joined another club, you might code it. Or if they've actually booked an appointment, you might do some codes. That way you can actually go back through and say, we made 20 phone calls today. 5 people have moved into a different gym. 5 have moved out of the area, and adjust that in the system so we don't have to ring them again and waste our time if they don't even live anywhere in your environment. Also too, we want to go through and see how many contacts we made, like how many actual people did we make a contact with, like we actually spoke with, and then how many appointments did we book. Lastly, what we want to do is we want to make sure that every single person that had a voice message, we left a message, because I know that I'm not going to be back here Monday, but the team will be here. So everything I do now, they'll be able to just, you know, cash in on all those calls that were made, or they'll be able to do a follow-up call and say, you know, hi Emma, look, Amanda left your call on Friday, just wondering if you've given it some thought. And it'd be great to even give them a second call. But I think that from my experience is that by leaving messages, and the full scripted message, to be honest with you, is I actually get a lot of people ringing back, and once they ring back, they've already made a decision to buy. I've delivered a little leaflet. Instead of putting a flyer in their mailbox with all the other flyers, they've got one in their answering machine, and pretty much it will be the only one of the day. It's less competitive doing it that way. And you've built a little bit of rapport with that person by having a conversation with them, even though they're not there. You've spoken to their answering machine, you've connected to them people to people. So it's really important in sales that you leave a message. So get onto your calls. I've given you a lot of ex-member scripts and ex-prospect scripts to start hitting for next month to close out the end of no joining fee sale. Like, really maximize it. You won't have it in March. You're going to have to just get into it and just bang through these calls like I am today. Another tip is, if you're actually on the phone and making calls, don't hang up, just keep dialing. Every time you hang up after an appointment, it might be a bit negative, or sorry, after a phone call, it might be a bit negative if you haven't booked them. I just keep the phone call live, the headset live, and keep dialing. If you've got actually a headset instead of a handset, it's even better. But keep that there, keep dialing, just work through it, and just bang out an hour of calls, and just don't hesitate to just keep going through it. Then what you need to do is you might need to stop for a while, get up, have a talk to some members on the gym floor, get re-inspired about their results that they've had, listen to what they've achieved, and then that'll make you get back on the phone for another hour. But just, you know, just grab your list, bang through it, connect to people that actually answer the phone, you know, cover objections, and then essentially want to be booking between 6 and 8 appointments a day. So every single day we need to be doing our calls. It's the only way we can connect with these people that were once here. So get out there and inspire people to exercise. See you guys.